Today, let us learn about origin and destination study. Origin stands for trip from where trip to begin, and destination is defined as the place where the trip ends. Okay, the main object of studying origin and destination is plan the road network and other facilities for vehicular traffic, plan the schedule of different modes of transportation for the trip demand of commuters. Origin and destination studies are an important tool for transportation professionals. Origin and destination studies are conducted to understand the pattern of movement of person and goods in a particular area of interest during a particular period of time. The origin and destination studies of vehicular traffic determines their number, their origin and destination in each zone under study. The data may also be supplementary by the number of passengers in each vehicle, purpose of each trip, intermediate stops made, and the reasons, etc. Origin and destination study gives the information like the actual direction of travel, selection of routes, and length of the trip. These studies are most essential in planning new highway facilities and in improving some of the existing system. As an example, there can be a high percentage of through traffic which may be diverted by providing a proper bypass, and thus considerable saving in distance and time can be made. The origin and destination study provides the basic data for determining the desired direction of flow or the desired lines. Very important term. This is considered to be one of the important traffic studies needed to solve many traffic problems in a zone and the most important study to plan the highway system in a region. This also helps for the socio-economic development of any of the area. Okay. Then what are the uses of studying this OND? That is origin and destination studies. This helps to plan the transportation system and mass transit facilities in cities, including routes and schedules of operation. It helps to locate expressway or major routes along the desired lines. It helps to locate the terminals and to plan the terminal facilities. Locating new bridges as per the traffic demands can also be found out by these desired lines. And also locating the intermediate stops for the public transport can be done by studying this origin and destination study. Okay. Also, to establish the design standards of the road, bridge and culvert along the routes can be known by this origin and destination studies. There are some of the methods by which we can find out this origin and destination data, like roadside interview survey, home interview survey, telephone survey, taxi survey. Then we can say postcard questionnaire survey, registration number survey, tag survey, public transport survey, commercial vehicle survey. These are some of the methods. Okay. So first method, roadside interview method. In this method, interview stations are previously decided on the roadway. The vehicles are stopped at the interview stations by a group of persons, and the answers to prescribed questionnaires are collected on the spot itself. So they also require some of the information from these road users, like place and time of origin, place and time of destination of the person who is traveling along that route, then what was his route he have traveled and how it will be further, then for what he is outside, that is for what is the purpose of the trip, which type of vehicle he is using, and number of passengers in each vehicle. So this is some of the data which can be collected. In this method, the data is collected quickly in short duration, and the field organization is simple and the teams can be trained quickly. But the main drawback of this method is that the vehicles are stopped for interview and there is delay for the vehicular movement. Also, resentment is likely from the road users Unless there is enough space, undue congestion may result due to the stopping of the vehicles. These are some of the drawbacks of this method. See, like this, the peoples are called to side of the road and they are asked some questionnaires and they have to answer. So these are some of the advantages, like data is collected quickly, whereas stopping may cause congestion. Then second method is home interview method. In this method, random samples of 0.5 to 10% of the population is collected in the residence itself by the some trained people to collect the travel data from each member of the household. Detailed information regarding the trips made by the member is obtained on the spot. The data collected may be useful for both planning the road network and for roadway facilities. Then, while planning for O&D studies at a place, it is necessary to decide the method of study. The selection of the method is dependent upon the objectives of the location. The influence of the year and dates of the study on the type and amount of traffic demands should be known. Care is needed in selecting the method of sampling and mode of data collection. Okay, the problem of stopping vehicle and congestion difficulties are avoided by this home interview method. So like this person go in each house and they collect all the information from the people. There are, like by this method, we previously whatever was the problem of congestion, this can be overcome by this method, right? Then additional data including socio-economic and other details may be collected so that it is made useful for forecasting the traffic and traffic growth. Third method is postcard method. In this, like this postcard which we generally see, it is a printed one. Along with printed questionnaire, some space is left for answer. And the thing is, these postcards are sent by attached stamps so that the person don't have to pay extra wages for that. In this method, the reply paid questionnaires are handed over to each of the driver at the survey points and requested them to complete the information and return by post. Simply you have to answer and drop it into the drop box. Okay, then what are the advantage of this? This method is simpler and cheaper than any other method, and disadvantage is many people will regret to answer or to repost that questionnaire postcard. Okay, so here at the below you can see the checklist. These are the sample questionnaires which may be printed over the leaflet of the postcard, like what type of place is your trip starts from, like a residence, work, school, whatever. So these are some of the sample questions. How many people were in a vehicle? What was the purpose of the trip? Where is going to be the end of the trip, and so on. Along with that, options are also given so that it should become more handy for the person to answer. Okay, so such type of survey is also done. Fourth is registration number plate method. Registration number plate survey consists of noting the registration number of the vehicles entering and or leaving an area at survey points located on the cordon line. By matching the registration number of the vehicles at the point of entry and exit from the area, it will be enabled to identify 2 points on the path of the vehicle. The advantage of this method is work does not interfere with the traffic in any way. Simply the vehicle will be moving, and whatever will be the numbers of that passing vehicle, you simply have to note it down. Okay, so it becomes far much easy. Then the main disadvantage of this method is large number of observers are required and analysis of data becomes too complicated. Too many numbers will be there, so to segregate that all those, it will become too tedious work. Next is tag method. In this method, at each point where the road crosses the cordon line, vehicles are stopped and a tag is affixed, usually under a screen wiper. The tags are different. The tags for different service stations have different shapes, colors, to identify the service stations. The vehicles are stopped again at the exit points where the tags are removed. The time of entering and leaving this area may be marked on the tags in order to enable the journey time to be noted. So, how much time that journey has taken to cross all those stations is noted down by giving them some tags. These tags may be of different color, different shapes, and these are uh, being pasted on the car. Okay, then this method is simple and errors are not large, but on the contrary, it is not possible to handle all the vehicles and hence sampling may be resorted. Next is public transport method. In this method, interviewer may enter the vehicle and carry out the interviews when the vehicle is in motion. Postcard questionnaires eliminate delays but are likely to evoke poor responses or contains an elements or bias. These questionnaires may also be collected at the station inside the survey area. So like this in the public transport, when once you will be traveling, the trained person will enter, and whatever he will simply ask the questions to the person and he will collect the information regarding the same. Commercial vehicle survey method. Commercial vehicle surveys are conducted to obtain the information on journeys made by all the commercial vehicles based within the study area. The addresses of the vehicle operations are obtained and they are contacted. Forms are issued to drivers with a request that they record particulars of all the trips they would make. The drivers are made to make the entry so that the future development can be done. So like this, they are whatever will be the passage of heavy vehicles, the drivers are made to give the details. Okay, so we'll stop here and continue in next lecture.